My name is Nina Covington. I am 44 years old. I am a photographer, artist / model. I've been suffering from an eating disorder, in and out of recovery, probably since I was, I'm guessing back in elementary school. I remember distinctly the day it happened. I was on a swing set and I was sitting down and I was looking at my thighs pressed up against the swing, and I was just mortified. Oh my God, they're too big. A lot of that came from my mother getting called thunder thighs over and over and hearing that, and as an adult I understand what she was going through. And but you see that, you see, you know, your mom struggling with her own weight because she's had hateful things said to her. And I think that's when I started doing a lot of restricting, just as young as, I was in elementary school. Mostly anorexia, exercise bulimia, and then whatever the heck the chewing the food up and spitting it out is. But that was my go-to. You know, a lot of people say that people who have eating disorders have experienced abuse in their life, and it's kind of a way to control. So I don't have control over this situation. But what I can control is what goes in my mouth. I can control what I eat, how much I eat, and that gives you like a semblance of like I have control over this. I met my ex-husband in high school, but when he and I actually started dating, I guess I was like 20 years old. My arms, the bones everywhere, and it was bad. And he was like, "You gotta eat," you know, and he did help me start my very first actual recovery. You know, no more diet pills, and actually started eating a little bit more. Was in a lot healthier, a lot healthier environment. But it always rears its ugly head, and it usually happens when, again, a stressor comes in, and I don't feel like I'm in control of the situation. Then I end up restricting. But it's weird how an eating disorder works when somebody can say something as simple as, "You look healthy," and then your brain goes, "Healthy, healthy, healthy means fat. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God," you know, and that could trigger it, any number of little things. But the point is I'm more cognizant of it now. So with my work, I've always made a very big effort to photograph people of all sizes. And as a matter of fact, when I do casting calls, I specifically say, I want all body types, I want all abilities, I want everything, whatever you are, I want diversity. And so I work really hard to make sure that my portfolio is diverse. I did machismo, and that celebrated the strengths of women and the beauty of a masculine side of a woman. I ended up with 37, I believe, portraits in the end at that show, because I was trying so hard to make sure that when someone came to see it, they could look up on the wall and go, I can relate to that person right there. I try to be body positive, age positive, ability positive, all the positives. Like, you be you, and I'm going to pull out the beauty in you that maybe you don't see yourself, so I can turn my camera around and go, see, that's you. I think fashion is very important. First of all, it's another form of art, which obviously, you know, attracts me to it. But I think the coolest thing about fashion is that it is an outward expression of the inward you. I can walk into a room and the things that I'm wearing tells people about me without me saying a word to them. I was going through like a thing. I say it was my midlife crisis, you know. The aging has been a big fear of mine, which is why I did the series called Goals, about, you know, embracing aging and the beauty of aging. One day I just woke up and I'm like, shaving my hair, and I like, you know, and that's what I did. I was like, yeah, I put it in braids. I call it my warrior hair, so that whenever I get really nervous, like I was talking about how clothes can kind of bring your confidence, whenever I'm nervous about something, you will always notice the braid comes out, the mohawk comes out, and I swear it just like, it puffs me up. And I just like, again, you know, hair, fashion, that's what it does. It emboldens you, and it makes you have that extra sense of confidence. And yeah, that's the story behind my crazy warrior hair. I met Alicia through all of my modeling endeavors, and she approached me to do Fashion is for Everybody, and I was just like, I'm in, I'm all in. I think this is great because it just everything that she was doing with fashion was what I was trying to do with my art. You know, just because representation is everything. It is everything. There's so many different types of people that the general public will ignore. And she puts them right in their faces and says, look at them. They're awesome, they're beautiful, they're strong, they're powerful, and you know, and they are just as deserving of your admiration, and they're just as deserving of wearing these fabulous clothes as any one of you are that's coming to this show. Let's talk about Chelsea. Just how Chelsea, from helping out to being, you know, helping out with the show to becoming a model, she even modeled for me. That woman just blossomed because of Fashion is for Everybody, and I think about her a lot because, you know, and her growth from being involved, and that's what it's about. Like, somebody looked at her and said, you're a badass, and her whole like aura, all of her, she's always been awesome, of course, but there's just that extra thing that she has now, and I think that Fashion is for Everybody played a big part in that. You know, I always say, you know, I've been modeling since 2011, and I started in my late 30s at 5'3" and curvy, and so, you know, I was already like, you know, trying to show that, you know, age doesn't matter, and this thing, you know, that doesn't matter, and I think that it's, you know, being a part of Fashion is for Everybody kind of seals that I don't want to look for a why, I want to make the why. And how I'm doing that is saying, you know, you can have eating disorders, you can have chronic illness. I'm a chronic illness sufferer, and that's why on my arm it says the secret of joy is the mastery of pain, and I live my life by that. And the way to find joy and the way to be truly satisfied with life is to be able to take and embrace that life has pain, and embrace the pain and master the pain. Help other people who have experienced pain, if they may be struggling with how to find the beauty in it, and help them to bring that out, help them to find that and tell their story. Fashion is for everybody.